Let me ask you something that most men never even think about. What if I told you there's a fruit sitting quietly in your kitchen right now? A fruit you've probably believed was heart healthy for years. But in reality, it's slowly draining your testosterone, clogging your arteries, and robbing you of the intimacy you used to enjoy. You'd never suspect it. It's common, even praised. But in my 27 years of working with older men, I've seen lives change just by removing this one so-called healthy fruit from their daily routine. Now, here's what they never tell you. Not all fruits are good for aging men. In fact, some fruits increase estrogen, spike insulin, and wipe out your nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for healthy blood flow and firm morning function. On the flip side, there are 4 simple fruits I've recommended to thousands of my clients. And when used consistently, they've restored energy, intimacy, and confidence faster than any synthetic pill ever could. So today I'm going to walk you through the 4 worst fruits men over 60 should avoid at all costs. And then the 4 that could bring your manhood back to life, naturally and without side effects. And stick with me until the very end, because the last fruit I'll reveal has helped some of my clients reverse years of decline in just a matter of weeks. But before we dive in, if you're a man over 60 who's serious about restoring your energy, blood flow, and bedroom confidence, go ahead and subscribe to Life After 60 right now. Click that bell icon so you never miss a powerful tip. And let me know in the comments, type 1 if you're ready to take your health seriously, or 0 if you're just browsing for now. Either way, I'm here for you. Let's begin. Now, the first fruit you need to keep an eye on might be one you've eaten this week without a second thought. It's small, sweet, and seems harmless. But for older men, it's a silent hormonal landmine, red seedless grapes. Now listen, I'm not here to demonize fruit, but grapes, especially the kind sold in big supermarket chains, are among the most heavily sprayed crops in America. And unless you're buying organic, you're likely consuming a chemical cocktail. What kind of chemicals? Xenoestrogens, synthetic compounds that act like estrogen inside your body. And when your body starts soaking up estrogen-like chemicals, while your natural testosterone is already declining, that's a problem. One client of mine, Harold, 68 years old, used to snack on red grapes every afternoon. He thought he was being healthy, but when we ran his hormone panels, estrogen was up, testosterone was down, and his blood pressure was creeping up too. After just 3 weeks of switching to lower sugar, organic options, and cutting out non-organic grapes, his morning stiffness returned. His mood improved. His wife even joked that she got her husband back. And I see this again and again. Now, don't get me wrong, organic grapes in moderation can be fine, but non-organic, store-bought grapes, especially grape juice, that's just estrogen and sugar in a bottle. So if you're over 60 and your energy feels off, your bedroom confidence is fading, and you're eating grapes regularly, it may be time to step back and reconsider. Let's keep going, because if grapes are sneaky, the next one might make you angry. Because it's marketed to seniors every day in little cups stacked neatly next to the yogurt. Canned peach and pear cups. These things look harmless. They're soft. They're convenient. They seem like a smart breakfast. But here's the problem. They're swimming in high fructose corn syrup and syrupy fruit concentrate, which are among the fastest ways to spike your blood sugar, crash your nitric oxide, and inflate your estrogen levels. Every time you eat one of those cups on an empty stomach, especially first thing in the morning, you're sending your insulin sky high. And when insulin goes up, testosterone often goes down. One of my clients, Carl, a 74-year-old retired firefighter, had been eating 2 of those fruit cups with his pills every morning for over 10 years. He was constantly tired, struggling with focus, and intimacy had been off the table for years. Once we removed those syrupy snacks and replaced them with real, high-fiber fruit options, things started turning around. Within 30 days, his mental clarity returned, and his wife noticed a big difference in his motivation and spark. Even no sugar-added versions aren't what they seem. The fruit is still sitting in metal cans for months, often stripped of fiber and sprayed with preservatives. So if you're depending on fruit cups, stop. Your body deserves real fuel. Now let's talk about a fruit that may shock you. It's the one you've probably eaten your whole life. It's in every kitchen, every smoothie. Even doctor offices recommend it. But for men over 60, this one can actually dull your energy, drain your testosterone, and leave you feeling emotionally flat. Bananas. Now don't get me wrong, bananas have their place. They're rich in potassium and easy on the gut. But here's what most people don't tell you. Overripe bananas, especially the sweet, spotty ones most people prefer, can cause an insulin spike nearly as fast as a sugary snack. And what happens when your insulin goes up? Testosterone drops. Worse, bananas also influence serotonin production. And while serotonin is helpful in balance, too much of it, especially in the morning, can make you feel sleepy, emotionally flat, and disinterested. I had one client, Dennis, 66 years old, who started noticing this pattern. He felt foggy after breakfast. His mood dipped, and even though his labs were normal, his energy was dragging. Turns out he was eating 2 bananas every morning with toast. We switched that to a protein-based breakfast and low-sugar berries instead, and within weeks, he was back to his old self. So if you're relying on bananas daily and you're wondering where your spark went, this might be part of the reason. And if you think dried fruit is a safer option, hang on, because the next one may be the most deceptive of all. Dried apricots and dates. They sound healthy, they look natural, and sure, they're better than cookies, right? Not quite. Most men don't realize that dried fruit is a sugar bomb, compacted into tiny pieces without the water and fiber to slow absorption. That means it spikes your blood sugar fast, crashes your testosterone, and over time can contribute to weight gain, belly fat, and sluggish circulation. Even worse, many commercial dried fruits are coated in oils and preserved with sulfites, compounds that interfere with zinc absorption. And without zinc, testosterone production slows to a crawl. One of my clients, Ed, used to snack on dried apricots before bed. Thought it was a healthy way to avoid sweets, but his energy was shot and he was waking up groggy every day. We removed them, rebalanced his minerals, and his nighttime recovery started to improve almost immediately. So the bottom line, if you're over 60, struggling with energy, weight, or performance, these 4 fruits, grapes, canned fruits, bananas, and dried fruits, could be working against you more than you know. Now here's the good news. There are 4 powerful, often overlooked fruits that can naturally support your testosterone, improve circulation, and restore your energy, without relying on pills, powders, or gimmicks. And the last one I'll share with you, it's nature's closest thing to a performance enhancer, and most men have never understood how it really works until they feel the difference themselves. So stay with me, because this could be the turning point. And if what you've heard so far has opened your eyes, go ahead and type "I'm in" down in the comments. That tells me you're not just watching, you're ready to take back control. Because your comeback doesn't begin in a pharmacy. It begins right on your plate. All right, now that we've cleared out the 4 worst fruits silently working against your manhood, it's time for the good news. Because when you choose the right fruits, fruits that nourish your blood vessels, stabilize hormones, and fuel nitric oxide, you give your body a second chance to feel strong again. Let's start with a fruit I recommend almost universally to my older male clients, because it's not just nutritious, it's a circulation powerhouse. 1. Blackberries, the vascular rebuilder. Yes, blackberries. Not the fruit most men think of, but this small dark berry is one of nature's richest sources of flavonoids, specifically anthocyanins, compounds shown to enhance blood vessel flexibility and increase nitric oxide production. Why is that important? Because nitric oxide is what tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing rich oxygenated blood to reach every corner of your body, especially where it matters most in the morning. One of my clients, Richard, 71, had all but given up. Weak circulation, slow recovery, and intimacy had become a distant memory. I recommended half a cup of fresh blackberries every morning, sometimes with Greek yogurt, sometimes in a smoothie. Within 4 weeks, he told me, "Doc, I woke up and actually felt 20 years younger." Blackberries are also low in sugar, high in fiber, and loaded with vitamin C, which your body needs to support testosterone production and protect your cells from oxidative damage. And if you can't find blackberries, purple mulberries or even wild blueberries are great alternatives. But next, while blackberries get things moving, the next fruit works to protect what's already inside you. 2. Kiwi, the quiet testosterone defender. Kiwi isn't flashy, but for older men, it's one of the most underrated tools for hormonal protection. Kiwi contains a high dose of vitamin C, in fact, more than an orange. And this is crucial. Vitamin C helps protect the Leydig cells in your testes, the ones responsible for making testosterone, from oxidative stress. Keep them healthy, and you keep producing strong hormones. But kiwi does more than that. It contains actinitin, a digestive enzyme that improves nutrient absorption, which is incredibly important as digestion slows with age. You could be eating the best food, but if your body isn't absorbing the zinc, magnesium, and antioxidants from it, you're just passing it through. One client of mine, Mark, was on a clean diet, but still felt sluggish. We added 2 kiwis a day, skin and all. Yes, the skin is edible and full of fiber if you rinse it. He started sleeping better, felt more stable emotionally, and within a month his testosterone came back into optimal range. Kiwi also helps reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that competes with testosterone. So for men carrying emotional or physical stress, kiwi is a secret weapon. Let's move on to the third fruit. This one's juicy, hydrating, and, believe it or not, works on your body like nature's version of a performance enhancer. 3. Watermelon, the natural activator. Watermelon contains a powerful compound called citrulline, which your body converts into arginine, and that turns into nitric oxide. In plain English, it gets your blood flowing naturally. No pills, no pressure, no artificial stimulation. Citrulline helps relax the smooth muscles inside your arteries, which means better circulation throughout your body, including your pelvic region. It also supports better oxygen delivery to your muscles, which means improved stamina and recovery. Now, if you really want the full benefit, eat the white part of the watermelon rind too. That's where citrulline is most concentrated. Some of my clients blend watermelon with ginger or lemon to make a performance-boosting morning tonic. I had a man named Leonard, 69 years old, who added a small watermelon smoothie every morning for a month. Nothing else changed. And when he came back, he said, "My mornings are back, Doc, and I feel alive again." Just avoid store-bought watermelon juices. Most are loaded with added sugar. Stick to fresh slices or blend your own. Watermelon hydrates, energizes, and helps your body restore what many men thought was long gone. Now, the final fruit may not be as common, but it's quickly becoming one of my favorites for older men who want to sharpen their mind, restore emotional balance, and support healthy testosterone all at once. 4. Tart cherries, the brain and hormone harmonizer. Tart cherries, especially Montmorency cherries, are rich in antioxidants and melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. And here's the secret. Good sleep is one of the most powerful testosterone boosters there is. If you're not getting deep, restful sleep, your testosterone doesn't have a chance to recover. Period. Tart cherries help your body wind down naturally, reduce inflammation, and lower cortisol. This helps improve testosterone output overnight and keeps your metabolism humming during the day. They also protect your brain, which matters more than ever as you age. Men who consume tart cherry juice or a handful of fresh cherries daily have shown improved memory, mood, and sleep quality in multiple studies. One of my clients, Barry, 73, struggled with irritability and sleepless nights. We added a glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice 1 hour before bed. Within 2 weeks, he said he was sleeping through the night. And for the first time in years, waking up rested and focused. And as his sleep improved, so did his morning energy, in every way. So if you're dealing with low motivation, poor sleep, or emotional flatness, tart cherries may be the missing link. Now let's bring it all together. If you're a man over 60, the fruits you eat every day are either working for you or against you. The wrong fruits, like conventional grapes, canned cocktails, dried dates, and sugary bananas, can quietly sabotage your hormones, blood flow, and vitality. But the right fruits, like blackberries, kiwi, watermelon, and tart cherries, they can rebuild your energy, sharpen your focus, and reignite your intimate strength. And here's the truth I tell every man who walks into my clinic. You are not too old. You are not broken. You are not finished. You are one decision away. One breakfast, one fruit swap, one day at a time, from restoring the strength and spark you thought was gone. If this video gave you clarity, motivation, or even just a spark of hope, do me a favor. Give it a like. Leave a comment saying, "I'm taking control." And subscribe to Life After 60 because the second half of your life can be stronger than the first. I'll see you in the next video.